All right, what's up? Sorry for being a few minutes late. I was in a very deep conversation. It was brought on our huddle call this morning regarding escalation clauses. So I'll try to wrap up this session and talk a little bit about that and what we were jiving back and forth. But I just got off the phone with an agent, and so I was a little bit late because we were going back and forth about a situation that they were in with a current offer that had an escalation clause on it. And so let's talk about the risks and I guess the good, the bad, the ugly about that, if that was the case. All right, so I'll talk about that at the end because it's a little bit off topic. But today is a day of recap. And there's my man, Scott. What's up, Scott? From sunny Florida. So today, I just wanted to kind of recap, bundle everything that we talked to up in a very quick 15 to 20-minute training. And what we're going to dub this is do your job, right? And what I mean by do your job is everybody hates open houses. I get it. I hate them. But it's seriously, it's a piece of the puzzle that, I'm a big, firm believer that if you put all your eggs in one basket and something's working for you right now, like what's working for a lot of us is our sphere, okay? A lot of people are coming out of the woodworks or even our past clients or whatever it is, but we're basically focusing on the three things that are working right now, right? Because we're getting rewarded for bad behavior. We're sitting here thinking, we got the illusion of speed. Our business is going to be great for the next 10 years because of these three little areas. And guess what? Hate to break it to you, it ain't going to happen. And it's going to come to a halt. And you're going to slam into that brick wall and you're going to, I call it the oh shit moment. And it's like, okay, well, what do I do now? So real estate is all about focusing on multiple avenues, not just three, okay? And it's everything, right? We talk about it. For sale by owners, expireds, neighborhood dialing, social media, lead generation, and that's broken down into a couple different categories. Open houses, okay? So open houses is one. You have to fuel it, and you have to be consistent in all those areas, even if they aren't providing right now, because they will. It's proven that they will. Okay, the areas that you really need to monitor are your lead generation areas. That's sometimes what doesn't work. And so you don't want to sit here wasting your time and your money for something that doesn't work. Okay, so, but the other areas are proven that it will work if you're doing it correctly. So do your job, schedule some open houses, because I'm just going to go on point here. I don't know this for a fact. I don't like to make assumptions, and I don't want to come from a place of negativity, but I'll bet most of you haven't even scheduled an open house set this month. Maybe not hardly anybody that's watching this, if not anybody. So, and why? There's plenty of listings. We've talked about this. There's plenty of areas that you can tap into to do an open house, whether it's your listing, whether the house just went under contract, still hold that list, that open house that you already scheduled, like we talk about. It could be somebody in your brokerage. It could be somebody you know. It could be a for sale by owner that you hold an open house. So just do it. You're going to get buyers, but most buyers have houses to sell as well. Do it in the area and the average price range, the ideal client profile you are looking at getting, as clients in your business. Okay. You're not going to do it an hour and a half away in a lower price range. But here's the deal. If you do it right. Go all in. One of the things that I changed years ago, my partner Al Stasek actually has really instilled in me. And no matter what you do, where you're at or what you're doing, do it to its entirety. And he actually brought up the instance of jury duty. So he's in jury duty, and I'm like, dude, it's probably boring. I cannot believe that you got to do this. And he goes, no, I'm taking it all in. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I have no choice but to be here. And so if I'm here, I'm going all in. And he goes, no matter what it is, if it's in a training, if it's in a CE, if it's a double your real estate business, go all in, play all out. Go big, right? Or go home. You have to do that in everything you do. Pointless. Starts with that open house, truthfully. Go all in. Okay, we talk about the pre-marketing for it. Do it to its entirety. Have that process, have that checklist, the open house checklist that we talk about that starts with what to do, how to plan for it, how to pre-market, all the way on down to what you need to be bringing to those open houses, and just do them. So get to the house when it is listed, get to it on a Thursday, shoot a Facebook Live and talk a little bit about the house, inviting people, right? Hey, it's Joel, eXp Realty. Check out this house. Unbelievable 3-car garage, professionally landscaped. I cannot wait for you guys to see the inside of this house, right? Give them a teaser. That's what we call it, as a teaser. You're not going to go walk them through the house. I don't want you to do a 30-minute or 17-minute or whatever Facebook Live. No, stupid. You're going to lose their interest. But if you tease them and you do it for 45, 60, 90 seconds, that's what's going to hook them to want to have more information about these houses. Okay, so do a quick little invite. Check out this house. I'm going to be hosting open. Come on by Saturday and Sunday. Do a little pre-marketing. Throw a little bit of marketing dollars at it. I think I told you we do $5 for every open house, and it blasts out there. It gets a lot of eyeball traffic, and which in turn is going to get foot traffic, because that's the ultimate goal. Why do you want foot traffic? Foot traffic in an open house are the hottest leads possible. Why is that? Because they're much farther along than somebody just surfing the internet. They've actually took time out of their schedule to get ready, get themselves in the car, drive at their expense to this open house, and walk through that front door. They are way further along, so they are the hottest leads possible. Understand that. So what is the number one challenge most real estate agents have, even in this market? Lead generation. And I just gave you a free way to get leads, is by holding open houses. So if you don't have business, or if you think you've done pretty good, but you're sitting here going, I don't know where my next business is coming from, I don't know where my next transaction is coming from, you better be holding open houses. Okay, so it is proven how much it could fuel a business. And I'm talking significant. Told you about my clients. I have 2 clients, one in the Carolinas, one in Florida. They are doing both over 50 transactions a year, and both are over 80% of their business are strictly from open houses. The numbers don't lie. If you do it to its entirety, you're bought in, you're consistent, and you're committed to that entire process. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of pre-marketing. By land, by sea, by air is what I call it. Blast it out there. Make sure the house is the quality, the condition, the showability is a 7 out of 10. It cannot be lower than that. Who rates it? You got to rate it, okay? Just make sure, because what you don't want is this. You don't want people coming through and pointing out every single problem or every single challenge, or I shouldn't say challenge, every problem or every discrepancy they see in the house. I was with new construction, trust me. I mean, I heard it all. Oh, wow. I mean, who's a painter on this thing? This paint job's horrible. If you ever want an objection handle, you look at the husband or the guy in the eye and you're like, well, you look like a handy guy. Are you okay at painting? Will you be able to handle that yourself? Right? It's a power trip. Puffs up his chest. Yeah, I can handle that. But so yeah, you don't want to give them anything to throw an objection out to you. So showability has got to be there. 7 out of 10 or greater. And then do your research. Find out what other homes are in this area. Find out similar homes. Find out past sales. Find out coming soons. Find out for sale by owners. Why is it that for sale by owners, I talk to agents all the time, and they're telling me about a buyer they have in an area. And I'm like, I'm talking to them. Or they're sitting at the desk right across from me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, what area? Go look up the for sale by owners. Find 4 of them. And I'm like, they're like, there's just nothing on the market. Have you looked into the for sale by owners? No. Why not? Are you actually doing our job to the entirety, to service our clients the best that we possibly can? So go look at the for sale by owners. Have a list of homes in that area, in that similar criteria, in that similar price range, and let people know. Right? That's the carrot that I dangle in front of everybody when they do walk into that open house. Not aggressively, okay? So when they do walk in, let's talk about that. Signs on the front door. Welcome to 123 Main Street Open House. Please do not knock. Just walk in. Basically, the home is yours. And that's what I say. Come on in, guys. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the open house. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Joel with eXp Realty. Here's the deal. I'm going to have you guys walk through the house yourself. It is your house. I want to, I don't want to, you guys to feel like you cannot converse, you cannot talk about the things you like or don't like about the house. I want you to talk together about it. So go for it. When you are done, if you don't mind, meet me back here in the kitchen. I am going to have you sign in. Okay, you notice what I didn't do. If you'd like to, you could sign in. No, I am going to have you just sign in. The seller has requested that everybody do sign in. So I'm going to ask for just some basic information. Also, I have a list of area homes here that are for sale that you might not know about or that are going to be coming on the market. So I'd like to give those over to you and talk maybe just a little bit about kind of where you're at your home search. So feel free. Go ahead. Take a look at the house. It's yours. So once again, my biggest thing is that we put ourselves in the position or the shoes or the mind of that consumer that's walking through the door. How are you going to want to be treated? Right? We all hate it. We all hate it when we walk into a department store and someone's standing there and I don't even walk. The door's open. They're like, can we help you? Back off. Right? Or we walk into a furniture store or a car dealership and they're there. Right? We should be those people, right? They're aggressive. They're probably selling a lot. But you know what? It's like that's the number one objection. They don't want to be, until we need somebody, right? That's when we're going to come back. That's the mindset of a buyer or even a seller. They got everything at their fingertips. Don't worry about it. I don't want to call Joel until I need Joel. So therefore, we need to be there. That's where the follow-up comes that we're going to talk about here in a second. That's where, ultimately, that's the follow-up is going to be there when it comes time, right? The timing's got to be right. The stars have got to align, but it's our job to be there constantly in front of them for when those stars do align. So non-aggressively get them into the house, non-aggressively have them sign up for, with their information. Give them a list of area homes, right? Hey, have you guys seen any of these homes at all? Well, here's what I suggest. Either two things. I could set you up on a showing right now, and right after this, we can go and take a look at any of these houses, as long as the owner will approve it. Or, drive by these houses. If any of them strike you from the curb, I can get you into them anytime for a private showing. So obviously a cool technique would be setting up a showing right in front of them. But if they do not, if they're not familiar with some of these houses, let them know. Say, hey, the two questions, okay? Write these down. So let me ask you this, how long have you guys been looking? And then the follow-up question, where have you been looking? Why do you ask that? Because what you want to offer them is a backstage pass to your MLS. Set them up on a portal search. There's your next technique right in the open house. Imagine that. Where have you guys been looking? Oh, Zillow? You guys finding out that a lot of these homes that you fall in love with are actually off the market. They're marketing under contract houses. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, isn't it? It's annoying, stressful, kind of beats you up, get you unmotivated to kind of look at home. So let me ask you this. I have a great app that I'd love to at least send you an invite to. There is zero obligation. It's absolutely free. And it's a backstage pass to my MLS that you guys could literally drive through neighborhoods, see what's for sale in that neighborhood, and take a look at all the information right on there. And then the only thing that I ask is when it comes time that you want to take a look at a house, that you're going to reach out to me and we're going to do this. There you go. So, something of value, right? I'm gonna give you what I want. I'm gonna give you what you want. You're gonna give me what I want type situation. So, and then, okay, so we go through the open house. I gave a bunch of different nuggets a couple weeks ago on things that you could be doing, offering, right? We always talk about the list of area homes. You could do a gift certificate giveaway. You could have your lender, and what they could do is they could hire somebody, or you could hire somebody, provide hot dogs, cook on the grill, make sure that you get the owner's permission. Hey, we're going to cook some hot dogs, give some free hot dogs away, be like a little summer thing, a little picnic theme. That stuff is always really good. Make sure you have the Wi-Fi connection so you could actually work during the downtime when no one's walking through. You're not playing solitaire. Also, you got the permission of the owner to utilize their cable TV. And if there are any games, make sure you turn those games on, because that can become a conversation piece to whoever walks through. So I gave all those techniques. Go back and watch this entire month. I promise you, you will take away a page full of notes. So now we close down the open house, right? What do? The first thing you do is this: send a selfie video to everybody who attended. Hey, it's Joel, just closing down the open house. Show yourself flipping off the lights, blowing out the candles, whatever it is. Just wanted to personally thank you for showing up at my open house. It was really nice of you to take time out of your busy day and actually come by. It was great to meet you guys, actually. And so I just wanted to send out that thank you and let you know that, I'm here for anything that you do need. We have a very aggressive system. Not only are we able to find some homes that are currently not on the market that nobody knows about, but you will be notified before a lot of other agents are even going to be notified of these homes that are going to be coming on the market. So cannot wait to work with you guys and meet you again, and just close it up. Then you are going to have thank you notes. I always show people this. 500 thank you cards. Why do we have these? You're going to write your clients a thank you note right then and there, reporting the activity, because I don't want to be that guy where I'm finally out of the open house. I'm at happy hour, getting myself a drink because of my long day, right? Oh, woe is me. And so I'm at happy hour and my clients call me. And I'm like, I'm in a bar. Do I want to answer this? Or I'm out to dinner. Do I want to answer this? But because they're looking for a report at what happened during the open house, when you can just write it on a thank you note. Thanks so much for preparing your house. Thanks so much for allowing me to do this for you guys. It was awesome. Here's the report back that I received. We had X people through. Here was their feedback. It's that simple. How cool would that be? All right. And then comes the elusive follow-up is what I talk about it, because why do I say elusive? I think that's, I don't know. It's just something that I feel that agents struggle with. I know agents struggle with, okay? We can all admit, if I would be shocked if anybody who watches this, that they could literally look in the mirror and say, I do the best job following up. I can't do any better. We all could do better. We're human. We dropped the ball. I dropped the ball, right? I mean, it's like, but if we actually have a game plan, so we start with that whole the text message, right? The video text message that goes out to everybody who went through. Then honestly, it's called relentless pursuit of follow-up. But you got to differentiate yourself from every other agent. And what I mean by that is calling them about a specific thing, maybe a for sale by owner in that criteria. Hey, you guys, I was actually just giving you a call because I remember meeting you last weekend, right? It's Tuesday. I remember meeting you a couple days ago at my open house over at 123 Main Street. And the reason for my call was this. I was looking for another client, and I came across a home that's not on the MLS. And I was just curious if you guys had to happen to see this. I would like to, potentially, if you have 15 minutes, I'd love to go take you through this house. So give me a call back. I'm going to get you that information about the house. Notice what I didn't do. I did not give them the information about the house. I want them to call me back, okay? Even if, actually a really cool technique is, this is a little off the open house subject, but if somebody calls you about information about a house, hey, Joel, just looking for information about this house, even if you haven't. Hey, you know what? That's great. I'm going to look this up right now. I actually have to call a couple people to get this. What is a good phone number to call you back at? Great. Are you going to be available in about 10 minutes when I call you back? There you go. Got their information, even if you haven't. And it's like, they're going to be sitting on the edge of the seat waiting for the information. And you could also say, and I know someone's out there probably saying out loud or giving me pushback on that and saying things like, oh, well, then, the chances of them answering the phone is slim to none after that. You might lose them. You're absolutely right. But when you follow that up with, oh, also, I might have some information about this house that you're not going to be able to find online. So now I got that extra carrot that I'm dangling, because they will answer their phone call when they do call back. So follow-up is probably the most crucial thing about this. And then That's it. You know, I talk about circle dialing. Make sure you're calling the neighbors, inviting them to the open house, because that is huge. You never know who they are, who they know, or what their means are. We've had neighbors buy houses for a rental because they want to be right next door to their rental. Honestly, so call them personally, invite them. It sets the tone and it sets the authority that you are the authority. You are the expert agent for this neighborhood. So when I call them, introduce myself, invite them. And then I call them and let them know the house is sold. And there's a lot of buyers that shown strong interest in your neighborhood. So let me ask you this. Have you thought about selling before? Because this house actually sold significantly above asking price. Okay, what does it go back to? Do your job. I should start a game show that's called Do Your Job. Price is Right, Family Feud, whatever they're called. Do your job. That's all you got to do. Do your job to its entirety. You're already there. You're already committed. So do your job. Now, I know I breezed through that, but if you guys, that was just a recap, okay? It was a bullet point recap. Go back and watch all of these open house videos, because I promise you it will change your outlook. It'll change it'll change a lot of things in your sales coming up if you're actually doing it and following the mega open house strategy. So what I opened this the session up, this episode up with was I was a few minutes late because I was talking with somebody regarding escalation clauses. I am not here. I'm taking a neutral position. I've learned that I'm so bullheaded and I'm so opinionated that it can get me in trouble sometimes. So I don't want to take sides, but here's my view on an escalation clause. Some states it's big in, some states it's not big in. I hate them. There you go. Sum it up. I hate them. You're basically pulling your pants down. You're showing your tip-top price to a seller. And to me, any good seller, any good agent on the other side is going to say, hey, thanks for your offer. I appreciate, you offering $250 and you're willing to go up to $275 in $1,000 increments, $1,000 higher than the next offer if you could see that next offer. I really appreciate the time you took to fill out this addendum. However, we reject your offer, and we're going to counter it at $275. Personally, I feel that that's a very good technique. Once again, I don't want to get into what's right or what wrong, but that's what I would coach my sellers to do. Nope, we're gonna counter them, and we're gonna counter them at their highest price. Period. So also, here's a risk that was brought up. There was a newer agent, and that doesn't mean anything, okay, for the record, but there was a newer agent on the other side of one of our deals, and that new agent didn't know what an escalation clause was and didn't know how to articulate to the seller, which made our clients to lose out on an offer because potentially they didn't articulate it correctly and they didn't know what it was. So why are we going to put our buyers in that position, banking on the fact the agent on the other side understands what they're reading and they did it in the entirety? So that's a huge risk. So you know what? I see both sides. I want to get the house at the best price, at the lowest price possible for my clients, but it's my job to let them know the risks in both scenarios. And so once again, not taking sides. I'm just letting you know, explain to your client the risks involved with presenting an escalation clause. There you go. Now, I know that was off subject of the open house, but so what? All right, April will be done. I believe April will be done next week. Is it? No, we got the 30th. All right, so I'm going to figure out something that we're going to add some serious value to your guys' to the community for the last week in April. Didn't realize that there was multiple weeks in April. More than 4, I believe. I think there's 5. And then May, we got some great stuff coming on board as we ramp up Q2. Okay, why is this important? Seasonality out the door. Sales season in the door. And that's serious stuff. That means whatever we did right now, if you want to increase your sales, increase your results, increase your efforts, okay? Double down. 2x your real estate business, 2x your efforts, and it will get you those additional results. We all want to crush it, but a lot of us aren't willing to put in that effort, that additional work. So that is going to be my challenge to you guys throughout May. I'm going to be there for your accountability, and I'm there. Our team is here, myself, Andrea here at W Real Estate Business. We are here to help you with anything. So joelhollow.work, nothing's off limits. Jump on in there And I'm telling you, we're going to absolutely crush this year. Last little thing, my man Scott in Florida says that his in the comments that his title rep actually turned. Let me see. Oh yeah, there you go. I mean, the title rep turned him on to some open houses, and that was the cornerstone of his production. He was lazy about doing them, door knocking, circle prospecting, and actually red carpet with velvet ropes. Can you imagine people walking in like feeling like a celebrity? Like, this is my house. All right. So do it to its entirety. I'm telling you guys, you will reap the benefits. Thank you, Scott, for jumping in, for participating, for your support. Miss you, brother. And if you guys need anything, you know how to reach out. Go crush this weekend, and we are going to crush May as we enter it. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend.